Welcome to Business Connect, a podcast produced and presented by the City of Miramar in the great state of Florida, the gateway to the Caribbean and Latin America. This podcast airs every third Thursday in the month at 7 p.m. and brings you information, tips, and ideas from experts to take your business to the next level. We also get to hear from folks who have done it all and can share insights with you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Johnny Douglas.
Welcome to the City of Miramar's Business Connect, where we connect your business to what's important. I'm Johnny Douglas, your host, and we have an exciting episode for you today. We'll be discussing digital marketing. I have with me today a really good friend of mine, Roman Novoa. He is the CEO, founder, and owner of Lindsay Digital Marketing. Welcome, sir. How are you today?
Thank you, Johnny. I'm great today. Thank you for having me today.
It is my pleasure, sir. You have worked with the Chamber of Commerce. You have worked with other businesses in the city, and you have done great work. I hear all the good and positive things about your business and how you help businesses to elevate their profile on the social media platforms. Can you give us an overview of your company?
Well, yes, as you say, I'm an active member of the Miramar and Pembroke Pines Regional Chamber of Commerce, where I also have the honor to be an ambassador for the Chamber. And I love to be part of the Chamber and do my impact to the community, helping other business people like me. Yes, Lindsay Digital Marketing. What can I say about my company? It's a small company. We are a small business. I'm the owner, and we specialize in helping other businesses and entrepreneurs with their digital marketing needs. We specialize in social media, web design, search engine optimization, and CRM implementation. Okay. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. That's a software that allows you to control and maintain and organize all communications going to customers, vendors, leads, and etc.
Oh, awesome. That is awesome. Now, Roman, how important is it for a business to develop a great presence in social media through digital marketing? Is that important for business growth to be able to do that?
Well, absolutely, Johnny. Nowadays, it's critical to have not only social media presence, but also have a website that can truly communicate and engage with the community, especially if you are a local business. You need to engage with your local community and eventually use those platforms to send a message or to make a statement or what they do or what the service they provide. So the answer is yes. Social media is a channel for communicating. It's social media. It's a place to become social in the digital world. And that's something that a lot of people, a lot of businesses, they lack of it because they think that the social media channels, they're meant to be only a channel for posting stuff or posting product, and they're lacking communication. And communication is vital, is crucial for business growth. The same happened with the web page. So yes, I encourage people to take that seriously. It's very important.
You know, since the pandemic, most people have pivoted how they shop and how they do business with businesses. And most people these days are in the comfort of their own home going online and ordering. Everything from Uber Eats, everything from shopping online and having everything delivered to your home. A lot of businesses that do not welcome or have not welcomed digital marketing into their business are missing out on that. I think they're missing out on a great chunk of society's opportunities to grow their business financially because that's the arena they haven't tapped into yet. What does your business do to when you're, interviewing a business who wants help from you? How do you bring that to them? How do they understand the value of having that and what they're losing by not having that digital marketing?
Yes. Well, we do something tailored to the customer. I mean, social media has to be conceived and implemented differently depending on the industry that you're on. So if you are in the food and beverage industry, the strategy had to be completely different than if you are in the car service industry, or if you are a tutoring company, or if you are urgent care. So the first thing that we do is we make an assessment through a questionnaire, and we understand and we kind of picture what is the right thing to do, what is the right channel, what is the frequency, what is the type of communication we need to build on social media, and obviously what is the target customer that we're trying to reach, because every single business is particular. You probably are selling stuff to younger generation. You're probably selling, your target customer is people from 40 to 60 years old. So the strategy change. So first thing that we need to do is sit down with the business, with the owner, and make a lot of questions, Johnny. We need to make a lot of questions because we need to truly understand the nature of the business.
Awesome. I find it at times that most business owners, because of cost, because of the price, sometimes of hiring someone to do it for them, they do it themselves. What are the disadvantages of that? Because there has to be a lot of red flags that accumulate when someone does their own website. What are some of those red flags?
Don't do it yourself.
I know, right?
Well, let me make this clear. It all has to do if you are tech savvy or not. Okay? Because if you own a business in the city of Miramar, and you are 20 years old, and you can handle your phone and social media with one eye block, most likely you're gonna get a good results out of it. But what we see is, especially in the community, in the business community, 40, 45 years old and up, they're not tech savvy. Not all of those people can handle technology correctly. The worst that they can do is try to implement it or do it themselves. Right. The worst thing that they can do is try to learn something that is really complex. They need to have basic graphic designs. Right. They need to operate well the computer. They need to have organizer skills. They need to be creators. That's tough. Right. That's a job that takes 5 people within my organization to schedule, to create, and to do the graphic design. So it's a completely no depending of if you are tech savvy or not. We from time to time we come across people 45, 50, 55 years old that they can manage technology amazingly, and they do it themselves. And guess what? They're doing good. But not everybody had that kind of skill necessary to perform something like this.
I would think that it would take from you actually operating your business. It takes time to make sure that your website is updated, to make sure that it's current. So it takes time to do that. Say for businesses who do online e-commerce, where they're selling goods, and every week or so something may change. They may have a new product. It takes time from your business, from you operating your business, daily operations, to go and spend hour or two redoing your website. That's where you would come in as a business, to make sure that you free up their time to actually run their business while you make sure that their business stay relevant through social media. Would I be correct?
You are completely correct, and I'm so glad that you brought that point to the table, because especially within the small business community, the first 3 years, they're crucial. People have to spend time doing what they know how to do best. And in most time, depending on the industry, that activity had to be really close related to sales. They had to be selling, okay? So I will never understand how people will spend time trying to do something that they don't know how to do, investing 8 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours a day, instead of being connecting with people, connecting with vendors, connecting with new customers and leads. So it comes to a point that it's a time management issue more than a technological or marketing issue. You do whatever you do best. If you are a cook, you need to be cooking. You don't want to be messing with marketing issues related, or messing with the website, how to fix this, if you don't have the knowledge, if you don't have the capacity, if you don't have the training.
Right. as I looked on your website is very informative. There's a lot of information about what you do, but there's something new that's brewing in your organization that you're ready to share with the public, and it's really going to be a good advantage for small business owners. We mentioned leads.
Yes.
And some of those things, some of the questions that we get is, well, I missed this opportunity in this lead because I wasn't able there to take care of it. Or what do I do with this lead? How do I manage that through my social media platform? But you have something in mind, don't you?
Yes. After many years and after serving so many customers, we realize that most of our customers, they don't have a culture of how to maintain and keep organized the information that we bring to them. Mm-hmm. So it's something like this, okay? You pay our services so you can get leads, which is information of people that it may be in the future interested in getting your, products or services.
Right.
But then after I bring that lead to you, okay, you take it, you put it in a drawer, you store it there, and nothing happens.
Wow.
Okay? So we became, knowledgeable of that, and we started implementing a service where we, using a platform called CRM, it's Customer Relationship Management, we organize all that data for you or for the customer, okay? And we keep track of everything that happens with that lead once it enters the ecosystem. That way the lead can be retargeted, because most of the time it will take more than one touch to gain a sale. So that way the data is organized, everything's in one place. You will never forget when this customer first interaction was. So it's a really innovative, CRMs are being in the market for many years, but we found that it's really hard for the entrepreneur and for the small business to actually implement it. So we are serving the community by implementing the CRM for the business.
That is amazing, because that's one of the biggest hurdles I think that businesses have. Like you said, keeping up with all the work that they have coming in and making sure that they can disband that work at a reasonable time, that the customer feels that they were valued through the whole process of working with that business owner. That's really good that you were able to do that.
Yeah, and remember, you're paying somebody like me to get you leads, to expose your business to the community, and eventually the community will come back to you and inquire about your products and services. But that doesn't mean that they're going to buy right away from you.
Right.
So you need to create a strategy to keep communicating with that lead until you hopefully close the sale. That may be 5 attempts, 7 attempts, 9. In my case, we have probably 10, 12 attempts before we close a deal. So it's important for the community to understand that it's not only getting the leads, it's how you treat the lead, how you maintain that communication alive. And that's where social media also plays an amazing role, because once you have a lead that is coming through social media, how often do you communicate with that person?
Right.
Because it's social media. You have to be social in social media.
Right.
So it's important for the community to understand those facts.
That is good. That is really, really good. And I like how you said that it is social media, right? Which means it's got to be a conversation. There's got to be interaction. One of the things that most business owners are afraid of is technology. Now, I'm not tech savvy. I'm one of those people like, okay, you do it for me. So when we talk about technology and we talk about how that impacts someone's business, what advice can you give a small business owner?
Wow, that's a good question. I would say to keep an eye on the time that you spend playing around with tools that you don't know how to use. And it's more than a marketing tips, it's more a time management tip.
Okay.
I truly believe that, of course, as a business owner, you need to understand what is out there. But to try to implement or learn new tools and put it in action in your organization can cost you a lot. Not only money-wise, time-wise. Okay, so that's why we recommend that. Yes, I mean, AI is out there, so it's very popular now. Okay, artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Everybody's talking about it. You can do a bunch of stuff with it, but the amount of time that it will require any business owner to truly understand and implement it 100% is going to cost a lot of time and money. So we encourage people to, yes, get to know what is new, what are the new tools, but try to hire somebody that can develop a strategy and implement those tools for you.
So what I'm gathering here, if I'm a small business owner, my duty at this point in time is to find someone like you or a business like you who could help me do that I'm not really equipped to do. When you talk about AI, that's a new term. Things have been doing that. We've been doing a little bit of that all the time, but it's just now becoming popular. And corporations and businesses are now leaning more towards that. What are the good and what are the challenges of AI when it comes to corporations and businesses? Because everything has its upside and its downside.
Well, I think that actually I can prepare for something like that, and I just want to kind of help myself with these notes that I have here. Because, yes, everybody's talking about AI and how AI is going to improve productivity. Some people say that AI is coming to even move the labor around the whole planet, because they may say that some people may lose their jobs. And it may be right, that statement. But besides that, there are some critical points that I have here on this cheat sheet that I would just want to share with you guys. One of them is AI is not completely accurate in the sense of you may prompt some commands to the AI, but you still need to have the time to make sure that the response is at least accurate, that it doesn't have any grammar errors, that it doesn't have any typos. So still you need to invest some time on that, especially when you're doing wording or copy to do social media. Another thing that we like to point out is discrimination, okay? If you don't know how to make a right prompt or request something properly to the AI, you may come close to have some results that can induce discrimination. So you have to be really careful with that too. The over-dependency is something that I want to point out as well, because it's amazing when you do something on AI, how fast you can get results.
Yeah.
But when you become dependent of the tool,
Right.
I think that we're going to have an issue if you are over-dependency on that. The time invested on the tool. I think that that's another thing that may harm the productivity and the time management, especially if you're trying something new with AI, you don't know, you're not familiar with the technology. I think that it can end up costing a lot of money through the time that you invest in something that is not your nature to manage.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I find it fascinating with the AI, but I also find that there has to be challenges with it. One of the things that I know for sure is that, well, I don't know for sure, I'm going to ask you. When it comes to AI and you talk about what it produces and how it runs, it works with data that is put in, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what if that data that you put in, well, what does it do with the data that you put in? Is it important, the data you put in, to get accurate readings? Or even if you put accurate readings in, does AI work that data down to the point of where it's pretty much dependable?
Kind of, but I think it has to do with the way that you ask the AI the questions. And there are actually people now getting training AI prompts technology, because it will all come out to how you ask the tool and what is the response that you get back.
Okay.
You know, the accuracy is going to come from how well can you ask the tool. You know, if you don't know how to ask correctly, then you can have something out of it that you don't know if it's accurate. And remember, we're talking about AI, about content creation, for example, for me. But AI has multiple uses in different areas of life. So it's huge, okay? But since we use it a lot in social media, I just want to kind of let you know how we use it and what are the challenges. For small businesses, they want to use the tool themselves without knowing what to do.
Right. Okay. So that's where that, and I guess my point is, to have a business, a business like yours, come into a small business or even a corporation, and want to do those things for that business, it's really, really vital and important. If a business can do that, I think it would really add value to their business, to make sure that their business is accurate, make sure that their website is very current and relevant. I think you guys do a great job with that for businesses.
Thank
and
you
I've
so
seen some of the work,
Thank you so much.
and I'm proud to say that I've seen it, and it's good.
Thank you
And
so
it's
much.
good work.
Well,
Go ahead.
I mean, I think it's the responsibility of the owner, of the entrepreneur, the manager, to keep himself updated with what's going on with the technology. But I think that the clue here is, how can I implement this, and who can help me do this correctly?
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's the key, okay?
Right.
Because everybody knows, oh, okay, you may need a website. You have two choices. You start doing it yourself, or you hire somebody. For example, my car. If my car breaks, I'm not going to try to fix it myself. I'm not a mechanic.
Right.
You know, I will hire somebody that have the knowledge and the tools.
Right.
Because sometimes it's something easy to do, but you don't have the tool.
Right.
So I encourage people just to realize that you know, it's better when you have somebody that has the knowledge, the equipment, and the tools to do it.
Awesome. That you're right about that. One of the things I find with businesses that I've run into is they're concerned about the cost value of implementing a business like yours to run that for them, whether they can sustain that financial burden of doing that, which they think it is. For me, I look at it totally different. I look at it, okay, well, every business owner, if you're in business, know that you have to reinvest in your business.
Yes.
You're going to have to do that. The question becomes is, where are you going to place that investment? Where are you going to place those funds where it can really benefit your business the most? And I believe, I'm not saying that the City of Miramar believes it, but I believe that going forward for businesses, the way social media is running and taking over our country, social media is the way to go. Getting your business out there, having a website that your content is specific. People know what you're saying. They know who you are at a glance. I think that really, really will help business, and someone like me who's looking for a dog bathtub. Very rare. Not too many businesses sell that. But when I type it in on the internet on the web search, who's going to pop up for me?
Yes.
And if they pop up for me, if I go on their website, is it going to tell me what I need to? Am I going to fastly see what I need? Is it right there for me to see? And I think those things are important, and that's what your company do to make sure that when I click on that company, that boom, the content is there. This is what we're about. This is who we are, and this is what we have here, and these are the products we have. Because most people want to click around and try to find out things.
Yes.
Would that be correct?
It's correct. And I mean, it takes a lot of work to strategically develop a website that has all the keywords necessary. So whenever a possible customer or lead search, find your website in the first page, no more than the second page. Right. Nobody goes beyond the second page on the search, you know. But it's important to have the right keywords. It's important to have the right interface, to have the information updated. I mean, remember, web pages now are like business card. You give your business card, right? People see your business card. The first thing they're gonna do is look you up in Google. They're gonna look up for your business. They're gonna see how you look like there.
Exactly.
You know, so it's important to have all those tools updated. And yes, social media plays an amazing factor, and you need to keep consistency in all different channels.
Right. Right. Okay. Awesome. I know that I can't keep talking about how good your services are enough, but
Thank you, Johnny.
and they really really are. There's a lot of digital marketing businesses out there, and I would encourage anybody who's listening to look up one of those
Thank you so much.
digital marketing businesses and just interview and see which one works best for you. But even if it's yours or someone else's, to make sure that they get on board with us digital marketing, to make sure that they can leverage their business and be competitive in this market. You've got to find a way to be competitive in the market. And if everyone who's seeking AI, technology is still growing, and people are using digital services more and social media more, then you've got to be competitive with that. And I'm glad there's businesses like yours around for those of us who are not technologically savvy, that you can help us.
Especially, Johnny, because, for example, I truly believe that in order to serve my customer well, I need to communicate in a way that my customer understand what I'm talking about.
Right.
This is an industry that is, yes, it is marketing, but it's also technology. It's really close to technology. So there are many companies, many good companies out there, but some companies, they're run by young people. So whenever they sit with a 45, 50, 55 years old person and they talk, it's like they're talking in a different language. You know, they're too techies, and the other person doesn't know anything that what they're talking about. It's like talking different language. We specialize on this type of customers that we sit and we talk, I mean, in a way that they can understand what's going to happen in the website, what's going on their social media. So we try to make it easier for them to get into the transition of technology and to understand what they're buying.
Right.
Because eventually they're buying a product. They're buying a product or service. Okay? So we make clear, you know, in an easy way what they're getting.
Awesome. Well, it is always a pleasure spending time with you. I'm glad you're here on our show today to make sure that our business community understands the value in digital marketing and social marketing, how it can help boost the sales in their business, but also make a presence, give them a footprint in the community, that the community know that they exist, they're here, we know you're there. So now we can utilize your services. So we thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Johnny. And I just want to let everybody know, the City of Miramar invests a lot of time and effort trying to bring seminars, training to the community. And I think that that's great value. Wow. I mean, that's something that the community need to engage, because the city is doing a lot for the business community. And then you have people that you can pay, of course, but reach out to the City of Miramar, because they have amazing resources that you can use in every single topic. You know, it's not only marketing. You have a lot of stuff, and I know that because I use them.
well, thank you so much. You gave me my plug. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. We really do thank you for coming, Roman. And we love your services that you do and everything you provide for our city and for cities around the neighborhood. I'd like to leave you with this. First of all, the City of Miramar are investing in our businesses yet again. We have an open rewards program. The open rewards program works whereas if you go on the Apple Market or your Apple Store, you can download the Open Rewards app. This Open Rewards app, once you download it, register, anytime you shop at a business in the City of Miramar, you get rewarded for every dollar you spend, 5% on every dollar you spend. So therefore, what we're saying to you is the City of Miramar is going to pay you for shopping with local businesses in the City of Miramar that are participating in the program. So please go and join our Open Rewards. We look forward to have you shopping with our business and earn while you shop. Also, to keep up with everything that goes on in the city of Miramar, and we are a very busy city, vested in our community and large invested in our business community as well. Please sign up for our Miramar Post. That is at MiramarFL.gov/business posts. That's where you'll get a newsletter with all the upcoming events, all the webinars that the City of Miramar offer. Again, thank you for joining us, and most importantly, stay connected.
Thanks for listening to the Business Connect podcast. Be sure to visit MiramarFL.gov/podcast to join the conversation, access the show notes, and discover our fantastic bonus content. We would love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. Until next time.